Hi, thanks for stopping by. Today is July 31st, 2026. I got a few slides, live demo, and hope to get you out of here in less than 5 minutes. Let's get going. So this is all about the Calendar Invite server. The Calendar Invite server is a piece of tech that is installed in your AWS account. You set up an SES domain over here. We have a quick and ready email box for you. The email box itself is conceptual here, create at yourdomain.com. And under your domain in your SES account, you set it up. And that is a Autobot we built here in the CloudFormation template. When you download and build the CloudFormation template in your AWS account, we take over the chosen domain. We build you out a nice nifty create at your domain box. That box becomes a Dropbox for any calendar client from an organizer or AI agent to send data to the ingest point to take the calendar event information off a client, stuff it into the Calendar Invite server, and that ingests the data here, it disassembles, and then upon recall, it recalls it out of the DynamoDB database itself, reassembles it all, sends it out via SES raw, and when it goes out the gateway itself, in these REST APIs in schedule pages, as one example here for the MLB, that data is sent to the end user, and then you can see here over to the right, the calendar invites are sent out. Then we collect the granulated yes, no, or maybe UIDs back up to the API gateway, and we grind all that data here again in S3 in DynamoDB for that data that came from the original calendar event, calendar client data here, got disassembled, reassembled, and recalled. That data is available via these APIs here. So these APIs down here drive the data from the ingest pipeline here, ingest, disassemble, reassemble, and then this data here is coming from the display APIs right here. You'll see that the CIS APIs here go out on a GET request, and they build out these pages here. These pages are essentially consoles for the data to actually look at the specific events themselves. In this case here, 2,500 MLB events. This here is a schedule generator. You can actually generate a schedule on the fly. You can decorate it and come up with a scheme, color scheme. And this system here all comes with the Calendar Invite server. So that's the quick review. Anytime anything is updated on the organizer's client by an AI operator or a human in the loop, that data is updated in this pipeline here since it's all disassembled and reassembled. And we track this via sticky UID. It's a super cool system we've been working on for a long time. And I think that will be the wrap up here. The point being is that the organizer client becomes a create, read, update, and delete engine, or CRUD. And we facilitate that here with our AWS Lambdas we've built that talk to these APIs down here that build out the data, live display data, and actually use the same data set to send out the calendar invites that we built from scratch on the fly using our REST APIs that could be embedded into landing pages. They can be built into email marketing buttons on email marketing campaigns like MailChimp, and then you could actually direct integrate these into applications or mailing lists for bulk reminders. So as I go into this, I'm going to expand a bit on something called the Marketing Hub. The hub is where the embedded calendar invite APIs sit behind these pages here. These pages here are our workflows for basically embedding these calendar invites into landing pages and apps and into a email template itself. So let's get going here with the landing pages and schedules. You'll see here I have an advanced schedule for the MLB. You'll see I have the single landing pages for the MLB here. So those were generated off the schedule page and the landing page here and the upcoming events feeds. These are 3 creative realms whereby we generate these pages on the fly. They come with the embeddable calendar invite RSVP engine built in, meaning if someone puts their email address in here, clicks a button, they get a calendar invite, then we track all that data back to the API gateway like I showed you in the beginning. This is all auto-generated. There's nothing for you to do but decorate the page with our decorator. And in this calendar invitation server itself, we ship with the API kit. The API kit, you can get back to the Lambdas themselves. The right to use license agreement gives you ability to actually get in there and turn knobs and dials in the Lambdas if you want. Here we have the marketing hub for something called embedding calendar invites into applications for bulk, VIP, or reminder sending. This is essentially a homegrown app that we built from scratch that comes with it as a sampler and or production app if you want to use it as that. It certainly does work. We've been using it for years. What it does here is you go to VIP Direct Send, you click a button, you get an interface, you upload your file, you pick out your event. In this case here is Orioles versus Tampa Bay Rays. And what I did was I uploaded a CSV file of email addresses into the uploader. The uploader comes up with a preview. You click one button, you send out the calendar invites in a bulk reminder like workflow. Then this final one is embedding calendar invites into email marketing templates. This one here is a no-brainer. This is how we started the business about 10 years ago. And what we did was we pioneered the ability to use the original calendar invite REST API inside a call to action button. So this call to action button is right here. You generate the individual events like I showed you in the event generator, and you grab out the particular UID for that particular event. You stuff it into this here. This example here is a MailChimp. You would stuff the call to action button in here. You insert it, and when somebody receives the MailChimp campaign, they just click the button here and they're sent a calendar invite, which we track. So that's kind of the end of this crazy workflow I just showed you all, which is someone dumps information into the calendar invite server. It's stored, disassembled, stored, and then recalled via UID, via the REST APIs. And then we build out these beautiful display consoles in the calendar invite server app that actually comes with it. And that's a quick recap there. Let's head to live demo real quick. So in live demo, I'm showing you all the marketing hub. I can go back to the server itself. You can see there's something called the hub, back to the marketing hub versus the reporting hub. All this is live data. If I go to the data set for Greg, you'll see that Greg sent out 633 invites under that organizer name, that email address, and he's received that kind of response rate. This is the various places and the channels in which I use: landing pages, MailChimp, bulk, Klaviyo, SendGrid, and web forms. Those are the data sets in which we actually track at a granular level, and then we track obviously accept, declines, and tentative. While your event's alive and your calendar invites are out, we actually track that data back if in fact a end user changes their mind overall. This is the overall reporting hub for all data we sent. You can see the live data here, and this is what's called the all reports for all data in the domain level. Let me go to an organizer, and someone like an organizer like, say, Greg versus Greg Hanshin, or someone like Arnie. We can go to Arnie, look at his events. Here's Arnie's events. We can drill into them and kind of look at them. So that's the quick spin there. I'm going to go back to the marketing hub. I'm going to generate some live pages here real quick. We're going to go take a month view. We're going to create it blue. We're going to paint it. And you can see that as I load more events, all the event data for the MLB kind of shows up right here. It's super cool and quick. And what I would do is share this with somebody like Greg. And I'm going to put in Greg Hanshin at 31events.com and send him a calendar invite for a particular game. And I'm taking on his persona here. So let's just go to 731, click the button. I have to go up and say, yes, I am cool with sending myself a calendar invite. Click a button here, and you'll see that the calendar invitations that are preloaded here in the pipeline I just showed you all right here were preloaded in the database itself. And what I'm doing by clicking these buttons is recalling these UIDs on the fly, and we actually reassemble that data for that UID and process it and actually send out the calendar invitation out the API gateway. So I'm just buying a little time here for the demo. You'll see that both calendar invites are now out. I've said yes to these, and that data now is collected back in the database. So that data, if I go back, is collected in the reporting hub. It'd be in this reporting hub for these events for Greg. I'm not going to get too far deeper into it. I wanted to show you the other live aspects of the marketing hub. VIP direct is right here. You choose the file, you upload it, and that would be for the email address. You got to pick an event first. We would go down in here and pick out one of Greg's events. You drop the file in here. You click the button to preload it, and then you send out the bulk calendar invitations for reminders. That's the other one. Go back to the hub, and I'll show you the email campaign. You pick an event. So if I wanted to pick an event here for the Dodgers, it loads the Dodger call to action data in there. And for MailChimp in particular, what that is a simple button. I would copy the link, and then I would paste that link, much like I did here in the email campaign generator for MailChimp. You essentially submit the API into the call to action button in your MailChimp template itself, and you save that and then send it out. And then when someone clicks that button here, based on this code for this particular event, the calendar invite is sent for the MailChimp campaign itself. That's a quick wrap up. I don't think it was quick at all. I think it's quite long. I'm going to say good night to you all here on July 31st, and thanks for hanging in there if you went that long. And I appreciate you stopping by and checking us out. You can see us more on the web at 31events.com right here. And if I go to 31events.com, it's going to skip this verification, and you'll see that this is the live page. It includes a whole bunch of information on our technology. If I make this a little bit bigger, and you can see the various pages here, whole bunch of information on the calendar invite server. And thanks for stopping by.